So, if Bull Island was still around now, who do you think he'd be doing now? Who's on your radar at the moment, Frank?
My radar, I suppose the president, David Norris.
He's not the president
well,
yet.
Well, he's not yet.
Yeah,
but he will be someday, Brendan. I would just like to say that I'm very confident that I will get into the Oris because, as you know, we've had a very good precedence with the presidents. We've had of late. We had seven wonderful years with Mary Robinson, and then we had 14 wonderful years with Mary McAleese. Now that's 21 years of Marys, Brendan, so I figure that after 21 years of Marys, it's high time we had a Nancy. I mean that in the best possible taste.
Yes. And Pakie, are you keeping an eye on the current crowd at all? Yeah.
Well, I was thrilled to see the return of Joe Higgins from Europe.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult.
Why? Because you can do an impersonation.
Because I went to bed for 2 months when McCreevy fecked off. Yeah. And I haven't stopped drinking champagne since Joe Higgins found living in Europe very difficult because on the average industrial wage. I was living in an abandoned squatting in an abandoned high-rise. And as you know, Brendan, abandoned high-rises are far more difficult to find in Brussels than in Dublin. The only kind of high-rises we have here are abandoned high-rises. But I was struck this week by references to my disloyalty in my perceived attack on Her Majesty when I invited her to contribute to her B&B, her accommodation. I was merely trying to give a leg up to a first cousin of mine who's trying to start the B&B on a stall. And Her Royal Highness was quite prepared to go there, but Prince Philip kicked up a bit of a stink when he discovered there was only an outside Jack's. And I also offered them the use of my 1997 Toyota Corolla Estate, but they insisted I take the placards out of the back before they accepted the offer, and all the lino had to go as well. So on that basis I withdrew the offer.